second day of testimony in the capital murder trial of Wesley Coonrod. First responders recalled their frantic attempts to save the two children who died in a fatal blaze on Lafayette Street in Greenfield. During the proceedings, Wesley Coonrod became visibly emotional for the first time, several times wiping away tears during the proceedings.
Around that room on all four walls, we found a closed door, opened that door, upon opening it, found two juveniles lying face up in the closet. I grabbed the first child. I started yelling that I had found the victims. I grabbed the first child and made it back to the bedroom door. Another firefighter took him from me. Went back to the room, to the closet, picked up the second child, was led out by another firefighter when we got outside. We placed him in the yard, checked for pulse and breathing. There wasn't any, we initiated CPR. Then the squad arrived, picked the child up, went over to the squad and turned him over to the group that was in the back of the squad.
Well, the jury heard from several different people who were on the scene at the night of the fire, four of whom were first responders. The other was a bystander who worked alongside with neighbors to try and pull the boys from the burning home.
You describe whether or not the defendant was intoxicated.
I didn't say whether it's not. I know there was something wrong with him, but he didn't seem to be completely drunk to me.
Okay. You smell the alcohol in this person?
I did not.
Approximately how many times did you ask the defendant?
It was 10, 15 times.
Did he ever respond as to where his children were?
Not one word.
Well, Jessica Harris, an EMT, described what she called a chaotic scene and answered several questions related specifically to Coonrod's behavior on the night of the fire.
Did you see the defendant in the hospital? What did you observe about him?
Repeatedly coming in and out of the doorway of the room, wanting to know where Stephen was. We had both of the kids on one bed. Stephen was at the head of the bed and Thomas was at the foot of the bed. And I guess he couldn't see where the youngest child was. He kept repeatedly coming in and out of the doorway of the room, wanting to know where his son was.
Harris said that 7 months later, that traumatic evening is still affecting her every day.
I have a little boy that just turned 5, and every time I look at him, I see their faces. Every time I get a quiet moment, I see their faces. It eats at you every day, every single day.
Well, after the 5 witnesses, the court adjourned early on Friday due to a previously scheduled sentencing, but the court is expected to come to order at 8:30 a.m.